How you doing today, folks? And welcome to Red Wolf EDC. Now, today I have an unboxing for you of a product that I'm really excited about. Full disclosure, this is very much a sponsored video. I reached out to Dave Warren to you and I basically, hey, I'm going to start doing some reviews again. Is there anything you want me to check out? Interested in getting sponsored on the channel or whatever? To which she kind of told me to, pick whatever I wanted. I picked this. This is from a man who I have known for years. We are not friends. Kind of that like basic social media thing where like I know you, you know me, we know of each other, but we're not actually know each other, which is Mr. Jim Skelton. But somebody whose designs I really, really like. This is his folding version of his design, and I'm really excited to check this out. That being said, again, technically a sponsored video. That being said, if you guys have been around for a while, you know my very self-destructive nature, and you know that a sponsored video is not going to stop me from talking shit. If there's anything wrong with this knife, believe me, I'll voice it. So today's unboxing knife is the Benchmade Super Freak in micarta. Love this knife. Going to be cutting this open down here because I did not block out my name or my address or Dave's name or his address. So we're going to do a little mystery unboxing. Ow. Okay, don't do that. So in the box is another box, and this really kind of tactical looking kind of Pelican case thing, which I actually really like. On that, it says name Scaphoid, TEM number 1 or T. I'm not going to read that. That's stupid. Blade finish S90V, manual satin finish, handle material titanium and carbon fiber. So it sounds very, very cool. I said the Scaphoid in general, to not know there's a titanium carbon fiber version of it. Here's a business card from Dave Warren at 2U Knives. A cleaning cloth, which I will absolutely use as somebody who wears glasses and is kind of a dirtbag. These get dirty all the time. They're kind of dirty right now. Ew. But as far as the actual knife goes, comes in this nice little baggie. Clean, simple, aesthetically pleasing. Having some trouble here. Come on. There we go. All right, so immediate impressions are two things. One, it's definitely kind of like a smaller style knife, very EDC friendly. Probably not going to fit my fat hands very well. This is not deployed and it like disappears in my hands. You can see a little bit right there, but like for the most part, this bitch is gone. So this is a flipper knife, so very solid action. Disengagement is sorry, it's kind of a small knife, folks. Solid. Not amazing. Action's very good. I'm having kind of a hard time with this because it's really hard to get my finger kind of in this small little groove right here. If you had smaller hands, I have size 2XL hands, folks. So if you have a XL, large, medium, small, like this will be a lot easier for you. For me, this is kind of hard. But like definitely drops down. The action is really, really good as far as the deployment. This is also fresh out of the box, so this will get smoother over time. But as far as the aesthetic wise, this thing is gorgeous. Like, wow. Like, that blade is amazing. Now, I love a good Tonto knife, but I'm very, very picky with Tontos, right? I love Medford Knife and Tools Tontos, some Chris Reeves Tontos, but there's not honestly that many Tontos that I really, really like. I like that very kind of aggressive, double hyper swedge American style Tonto. And this isn't quite that. It's very much, of Jim Skelton design. Has like kind of like the double swoop right there. Does it have an edge on it? No, definitely not. Feels almost sharp. It's definitely not though. But a very nice grind right here. Transfers down into that, and just a really, really pretty thing. But definitely a Jim Skelton Tonto. which I guess I'm a fan of, man, because I love this blade shape. So before we get too far into the whole first impressions, a couple size comparisons. This is a Benchmade Super Freak. So not too big of a difference on the Super Freak, actually, right about the same size. The Super Freak's definitely thicker. Feels a little better in hand to me, but still a very, very solid piece. We're going to do a Paramilitary 3. Much bigger than the PM3. A Chris Reeve knife, Chris Reeve knife and tool. A Chris Reeve Nkosi. Pretty close to an Nkosi size as well. Nkosi's definitely a little fatter overall, but pretty damn close. A Umnumzan. This is the Monkey Edge frag version. Pretty close again. A Chris Reeve knife Sabenza 31 custom. Very, very cool. This is also made by Justin David as far as the scales, clip, and hardware. Fantastic maker. Justin David, shout out to you, sir. Also did these. Gorgeous work. And my old ass custom that I've not broken out in a while, XM24. Non-flipper sterile. So overall, pretty nice knife. Definitely more EDC style, which might be your cup of tea and it might not be. I'm also going to take a second to close these knives because I will 100% stab myself. I am not the most graceful person in the world. You think doing martial arts since I was literally about 7, 8 years old, which is 20 plus years at this point in time, I would be graceful. Decent on the mat. In life, not so much. I will 100% stab myself. So, as far as the aesthetics, again, gorgeous, gorgeous Tonto blade. Really very nice, kind of slim, slender EDC profile. The fit and finishing on this, which can be hard to show on camera, is frankly ridiculous because, like, there's really, like, no raise at all. Like, you can feel, like, the very slightest of transitions right here. But, I mean, it's really, really just barely anything there at all. Like, the precision milling for that is kind of crazy. Like, especially back here where you're just feeling like kind of where the titanium transfers over to the carbon fiber. I can feel nothing. Kind of a little bit right here. Not much at all, but just a little bit there. But nothing back here. That is freaking fantastic. As far as the carry goes, I'm just wearing some basketball shorts today, kind of chilling at home. Carries very well. You know, knife for the most part disappears. A little bit sticking off on the end, but you know, I don't really get down with the whole like deep carry idea. Like, oh, they can't know I'm carrying a knife. Like, why do you care? Are you a ninja? Are you a forces operative? Or are you just a regular ass jackass carrying a knife, wanting to be like stealthy? Why? Why do you care? I don't personally care. As far as the ergonomics, so like this knife is too small for my hands. Choking up a little bit, it feels really, really good, though I am right there on that blade, and this is pretty sharp, so it'll be very easy to choke up just a little bit more and just stab myself. But if you do have smaller hands, again, I have size 2XL hands, so I have very large hands. If you have XL, large, medium, this will be fantastic. This is very much an EDC style knife. It's designed to be in that whole ethos of it. It's not a big, bold, badass, overbuilt piece. It's meant to be, you know, used and carried and loved. And like, this thing is gorgeous. So ergonomics wise, they're not the best for me, but honestly, it's not bad. The flipper kind of cuts off right here. So for example, if I'm holding it closed, I can use this whole piece just fine. It feels really, really good. But when it's actually deployed, damn, it deploys nice. This piece right here just kind of stabs in the top of my pointer finger. But again, like, I'm not really the market for that type of product or whatever. I definitely would want someone with smaller hands, but it does still feel really good. Not great having your finger right there because it's very clearly not designed to be there, but that's not a failing of the product, it's a failing of me as a person having my giant ass hands. But ergonomic wise, again, like this is a nice freaking knife, man. Like I had seen it on pictures and I was like, oh, Tonto, cool. You know, kind of want to check that out. Looks pretty interesting. But in hand, like this thing is gorgeous. And I'm kind of getting distracted here, folks, just literally staring at this knife. There's so many little details. Like there's this very slight kind of like hump right here that perfectly cradles your pinky. But if you have bigger hands, there's also a slight divot back here, which also perfectly cradles your pinky. So you can hold it like this as you're supposed to, and it'll fit really well. But if you have bigger hands, then you kind of spread your hand out a little bit. My pinky's down here and it's wrapped around this piece right here. And it feels just really, really nice. And that's just a fantastic design language right there, to have a knife that is smaller, but it's actually still fits somebody with, you know, much larger hands than is common. So that's really, really cool. As far as the actual blade goes, I mean, it's definitely sharp. Ooh, it's actually really sharp. All right. Yeah. It's a Tonto, though. Does it poke? Yeah. Cool. It really pokes. If you want a Tonto for poking tasks, I don't recommend that, but I recommend this. That was kind of scary. I didn't think I was going to go through, so my hand was like really close to that. At the last second, I was like, I'm going to move just a little bit. If I wouldn't have moved, I would have stabbed myself, which would made for a great video, but, you know, not a great day for me. Edge geometry is really, really, really nice. I can't tell you what behind the edge is and everything else. I'm just not that guy. If you want those crazy specs, plenty of channels out there. I'm more of like an everyman type of person when talking about knives. And as far as that, just use principle, damn. That made me actually love this knife, just right there, just that little piece. I was like, I went from being cool about it, liking it, enjoying the style, probably not going to keep it though, to sold in that one moment, because god damn, that cuts well. Holy crap. So let's get back on track. Think about the action. Now, I'm trying to get the hang of it because I have bigger hands than you're supposed to have for a knife like this. Ah, fail. So when you do it properly, and you kind of like pop it down right there, very smooth, right? Not crazy drop shutty. This is again a new knife though, so it'll definitely probably get that way eventually, possibly. Don't quote me on that, but it should theoretically. But the action wise, dude, that is really, really snappy. Now, mind you, folks, I'm a person that does not like flippers. Flippers are not my style. You know, none of these knives I'm showing right here are flippers. Like, there's a reason behind that. I'm not that guy. Like, I think it's a cool method to open the knives, but it's so common nowadays. I just prefer a thumb stud or a hole or any number of different things like that, right? So, as a guy that does not like flippers, ooh, I like this flipper. Oh man, I also just noticed that the pivot is like a mirror, like, you know, standard Torx hardware on the back, but the presentation on this is just so cool. Like the clip kind of just like slopes down. It's a, you know, vaguely dickish clip, kind of like an alien dick, like a sci-fi wiener. But you know, definitely cool. Fits the whole style of the knife. Whip the blade out, almost just kind of crazy. Oh, dude, this is such a pretty knife. Now, again, I cannot stress enough that, again, sponsored video, but I'm not going to sell my soul for anyone's content. To be clear, this knife was sent to me free of charge. I'm not getting paid for this video, though. I suspect I'll probably get between like 200 and 500 views at the most, which is like, God, it's like $8 per 1,000 views. So I'm not going to like sell my soul for like $2. Like, But I am actually really happy with this, man. Like, whew. I wish the ergonomics were a little bit better. Again, it's just not made for somebody with my size of hands. But like, this still feels good enough to me. This is just a really, really pretty, really, really nice knife. Ow! God damn it, it's sharp. Ooh, that's kind of deep. You know when the blade drops on you, you can like see like the skin open, but you can't see blood. Like I know it's going to be deep. It can take like a minute and a half to bleed or whatever. When it does, it's going to be kind of a gusher. So I'm going to cut that off here. Very, very sharp knife, folks. This is the Jim Skelton Scaphoid. You can find this on the Jim Skelton website. Also message Jim Skelton on Facebook, Instagram, whatever the case may be. Talk to him directly. This is gifted by Dave Warrant, 2U Knives. You can also find this knife, I'm sure, at 2U Knife and 2uknife.com. I keep wanting to say knife and tool. It's not what it is, just 2U Knife. 2U Knife. Oh, there we go. A little bit of blood. But overall, man, a really fantastic piece. I'm going to put this knife through a little bit of hell in the coming weeks. I'll have a nice review for you with this thing kind of beat up. And we'll see what it can actually do. But as far as the first impressions, I was interested in this knife because it's the Tonto. But I'm interested in this knife now because it's fucking cool, man. Like, and it looks good in pictures. Hopefully it looks good in the video too. But like in person, this thing is gorgeous. And the freaking fit and finish and QC is honestly freaking next level. This is my first knife from Skelton Bladeworks. Besides, I have a tibia, I think is what it is, the little like kind of fixed blade cleaver thing. But folder wise, this is my very first one, and it will not be my last because holy crap, this is fantastic. Blood's starting to come, folks. So I'm gonna cut it off here. I think this is a great knife. Not gonna give it a first impression score because it's a sponsored video. I'm gonna put it through some hell first, and I'll give it an actual score. But for right now, do I recommend this knife? Yes. I think it is freaking bitchin'. Now, I'm going to go, take care of this. Ah, it's on the carpet. Oh, shit. My girl's going to kick my ass.